All right,
Hey,
we're live. Yeah, we're live now. Oh my God, sorry guys, I did not hit the live button. Oh my God, I am so bad. So let's go ahead. We're gonna start all over again. Do you mind?
I'm fine.
Okay. Let me get back.
Let's not do. Let's skip the intro. Skip the intro.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying we're gonna have to start again. And what we are talking about the thin necks, right? So, um, that's kind of funny, man. I didn't realize I didn't hit, the live button. So, my goodness, guys, this is Saber Talk Sunday. Thank you guys for coming in, and I sincerely apologize. I thought I hit the live button, and Barris and I were really talking about different things. And to catch you guys up, we're talking about the thin neck system in the Sabers, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the I didn't put the intro in and hit live, and it's like, woo! I'm telling you, it's been a weird night tonight for me, man. So, but we'll see how everything turns out, right? And oh, JT's in the house. What up, JT? Man, yeah, dude. Thin Necks though. Thin Necks is gonna be an awesome, awesome title for tonight because the Thin Neck system looks so great, but we got some of the aesthetics of it, and as well as ups and downs of everything in there, right?
Yeah,
And in terms of difficulty in wiring the hilt itself is kind of a little bit of a challenge. I mean, from what I've seen, Avery Castillo, who has done quite a few of them, and it looks pretty challenging if you are not paying attention to what you're doing. And so, um, if you take your time, but you really have to, the tolerance is pretty tight for the wiring as well. If you see within the chassis system, in the thin neck system, you run those wires, and it's really easy to pop those wires off if you do too much of a twist, and not kind of pay attention to how you're getting the parts together, right? So you have to have just enough wire, but not too much, and you have to go slow because then you, like I said, you run the risk of either popping a wire off the board or you pop a wire off the pins system, right? The pins. So
yeah.
if you got the pins like this, and you're threading it, let's say you're threading the emitter part, and you run across some resistance on there. I would kind of I would kind of stop and not try to go, kind of force it, because you wanted to go easy without having to worry about popping those wires off.
Yeah.
Um, and then of course you have thin neck PCBs. These are the normal PCBs, but I suspect that the thin neck ones are a bit smaller than these.
Well, I mean, keep in
Um,
mind that for example, when we look at like, if we look at the Obi one by TXQ,
do you have that? You have that particular one?
yeah,
Okay, see, so that's a normal PCB right up in there.
it wires up, and then there's the other one with the pixel pins that connect to it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Taco shop.
Show the pins on that one right there on the body of it. Can you do that?
Huh?
Show the pin area to the camera. The pin, the light up. There you go. There you go. Okay. So you've got the light up pins. Which light up pins are those? Are those the
Master Kenobi? I am.
These.
CCs? Or are they
Sorry.
stock?
You on your way.
No, this is from the taco shop.
Oh, the taco shop. Okay.
Yeah, this is for the TXQ Kenobi.
Okay. Nope. Not that one. There we go. Okay, so let's see, Chris says, I wanted to thank you again for those quartz crystals, Mundo. They're both going into my secret shop. Oh, dude, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. I have quite a bit, so hopefully I can go and get some more soon.
Sorry, if it looks like I'm cycling through the different blades because it's one thing when it with as long as the blade looks like as it is on screen, it'll look good on the camera.
Now,
The blade is bad.
Leia's hilt, her the aesthetic of her hilt has got a little bit of to it as well, though, because it's kind of a short stubby as well, right? But it's got two sections on there. It's got two sections that are the thin neck part.
Yeah, it's very
And
similar to how the Obi-Wan Luke, the OKW style saber.
yeah, and was it in who I don't remember. Leia did was Leia the one that designed it, or was Luke the one that kind of helped her design it? Or
No, she
I
made it
don't remember.
herself.
I don't remember that. Yeah, she did, right? Because I didn't remember the backstory of that, how she came about producing her hilt. But
Hmm. Yeah, there we go.
and again, so we're talking about the strength of the hilts themselves
I
in
will
terms
say
of.
though, I will say that with the TXQ version of the Kenobi, I think it definitely is much stronger considering the amount of force and the parts that are used with it.
Oh shit.
Like seriously, look at if you've held one of these Mundo, you'll realize it's a heavy hilt.
Yeah, and it looks heavy.
It
It looks
actually
heavy,
is. Like
and I like the heavy hilts. I really do.
yeah, like sitting down, it's really difficult to like. I have to put a bit of oomph to it to swing on with it. So like
Hmm.
yeah, like I could do exercises with this thing.
Well, I tell you what, you'll build some arm strength. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Now, again, the designs are aesthetically pleasing. They are some of the coolest looking sabers out there, right?
yeah, definitely.
Um, and I really appreciate that the kind of different style that you see, because if you're holding something like this, and uh, it 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 kind of looks cool if you put the right components to it. Um, so if you look at it this way, and you've got a full body down here, right? And of course, I don't have uh, something to really have a full body with there on this thing, but eventually I will. Um, I do plan on doing a really cool thin neck saber in the future. But I mean, my memory saber is a thin neck saber as well, right?
Yeah,
So let me go. Let me take this out, and I'm gonna get these parts together. And so I'm gonna get these produced, put these together. And I had planned on working on my um memory saber today, and I just got busy cleaning stuff, so I didn't. And of course, my chassis that goes in here, I kind of messed up. And I was not paying attention, and I dropped it, and this part right here broke off. So I E6000 it and see if that's gonna work.
hmm.
Hopefully, hopefully it'll work. If not, I can get Rich to send me the STL and I can reprint it. So We'll see how that goes on. And but if you look, and I'll put the whole saber together, the memory saber. So the memory saber is completely, the thin neck system right here. And
Yeah.
so you got this part right here.
Oh, interesting.
And it's pretty good. Yeah, it is pretty cool, man. Once I get it back going, and of course, you'll have the box one. Oh, back up. So you'll have the box one on there with the LEDs inside of it, right? And then of course, um, on here, I will have an LED set right here, and I will have the what was
You
it
know,
that
I
I
just
had there?
realized something. Technically, when it comes to thin neck sabers, technically, Bastila Sean's lightsabers technically would qualify as thin necks.
Really?
Yeah. Not sure if it's in the lightsaber book, but yeah, Bastila Sean has a
It may
thin neck.
not. Hmm.
Well, she is canon, but I'm not sure about her lightsabers yet.
Right. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Also, Darth Malik's lightsaber would technically also be a thin neck as well,
True.
especially if you look at the one that Corbanth made and one of the older ones from LDM custom lightsabers.
Well, yeah, Sakura actually too. So if you look at hers,
Oh,
almost
Taylor
pretty.
Sakura's.
Yeah, I mean,
That is
it's
a.
almost.
It's debatable. It's debatable.
Well, yeah, I
That
would agree with you there.
is
Debatable.
debatable.
I,
I
I, I would say so.
Malgus.
I would say you're right about that.
No, no, no. Malgus's is not a thin neck. It looks like it, but it's not a thin neck.
Yeah. Mo's in the house.
Yeah, not to be a downer, Mo, but I feel like Mundo, but I feel like without a third person, we really don't get much of it back and forth to it.
It's all right, dude. It's all good.
No,
We'll
no,
get
no.
we'll get it's all good. It don't matter. Well, see, that's the thing. I mean, we need more participation. We got participation. We get more people in here though, right?
Yeah.
And anyhow, let's go on with the let's go on with who do we want to do? Do we want Kenobi's or do we want to keep going with Luke's first? Let's keep going with Luke's first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I will say,
So we see that scene in the cave, right? What did
yeah.
you think about that scene in the cave that
Well,
everybody saw?
it's a deleted scene, which I kind of wish they kept it, but I just think that for one thing, from what I remember, they did something with the original one where um, it was just a control box without the blinkies
Hmm.
and that, and then later on they added the blinkies and whatnot to the effect.
Do you think that the design of the saber would be different if there was no blinkies on it?
I mean,
If it was the control box without the red and green arrow?
keep in mind that this is the hero hilt, that the one we see usually on his belt and the one that Vader holds.
Hmm.
And we also keep in mind that we have also the stunt prop, which is the one that does most of the heavy lifting that we see in the throne room and on Jabba's sail barge.
Chris, yes. Yes, you can.
Is there a reason why they deleted that cave scene? I think
I
maybe
think it
just
was budget.
budgeting, timing. I mean, look, there are plenty of scenes that if you put them in like there are plenty of scenes in different Star Wars movies where if you put it in, the context makes a lot more sense. But but it also doesn't like move or jive with the rhythm of the film. I mean,
Yeah.
for example, in the Last Jedi, there was an alternate ending to how Captain Phasma died, and honestly, that deleted scene way better than how she ended up dying.
Right? I think so too. I think so too. Now, there are different variations also of chassis that go into the hilts, right?
Yeah, and like we saw with, and like for example, the Kenobi one that we have with the taco shop. Sometimes
Hmm.
when it's easy, where it's kept in the hilt, and you just put it in. Hey Chris, how you feeling?
You, you there, Chris?
Sneeze if you can hear us. No, okay.
Okay, well, let's see. Hold on. Maybe Chris, you might need to come out and go out and then come back in because there was two of them. Maybe it's not working correctly. We'll see what happens. But yeah.
But yeah, but I will admit that one thing I do like how one thing I just like how the design ended up coming out with these hilts.
Scott,
Scott.
he cracks me up every time.
Dude, I feel Scott. One
Scott,
day,
One of these days, you got to be on the show, man. Damn.
even better, I could use you as a extra man at a at a convention. Like bring you to Rebel Sabers or something. Nikki would love you. Maybe Nikki is the wife of the owner Will Figgins, and I faced her in sparring, and she's an amazing
All
fighter.
right, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes,
now we can hear you.
All
sneeze
right.
once, then sneeze twice.
That's you, and that's you.
Choose in the house.
That's you.
Yeah.
Um. So, Chris, which is your favorite saber as far as thin neck goes?
For thin necks. Oh boy, there's a lot. Um, Probably was Arcan's. No, not Arcan. It was a an old Republic hill. I can't remember who it was.
Well, there are a few, and plus, keep in mind that SWOTOR also has a bunch of cosmetic hilts that are from the that are on the game store.
uh,
It would be amazing if they would.
Zen Velo.
Oh,
Is that
Venzalo.
Venzalo? Yeah, I always get the two mixed up.
Venzalo,
Yes.
yeah, that one basically has become known as the Jedi Knight hilt because we see it first in um, the Return, where the Sith return and take Korriban, and then we see
Mhm.
it in the Deceived trailer with Venzalo, and then we see
Yep.
it again with the Knights of Zakul trailer,
Yes.
and in white. And honestly, it's a very beautiful hilt. And technically, yes, it does technically would qualify as a thin neck. Hey,
John's in the house.
hey,
What's
What's up,
up?
John?
I'm looking forward to your upcoming reviews. Some of those sabers look really nice, especially the spin flex. Seriously, it's about time. I keep telling people it's about time that the spin flex has finally been put on a mass production level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't wait to get those ones.
Yeah.
Still a little ways out, but I'll be getting 3 of them. One for each of us.
Yay.
Scott.
Oh, I can't see the comments because I'm using my phone.
Oh no, that's okay. Lore Master, what's up? He's in the house. Lore's
Yeah.
house, and Jared's in the house too. Jared's gonna try to come in if his
Yeah.
phone is working great.
A Sinister Sith Sunday. Okay. One of the things that I've done with my hilts is I try and program it to have all my fonts to have rotoscope effect. So
Ooh.
as you can see, in from my standpoint, the rotoscope is like a lighter green blue, but from the screen it looks more like a green, doesn't it? Like a pale green.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do
Yeah.
I make it full screen? The full
So
screen.
that's how it is. And honestly, if I can pull that off in like, as long as it's pulled off in real life. So,
Now, since there's so many different chassis systems out there, you've got almost a full chassis system. You've got a two-part chassis system, and then
Mm-hmm.
you also have maybe what a one third and well, it's mostly going to be either the two or the full, but mostly it's going to be the two part system for the thin neck system because you're going to have quite a bit of the um the PCBs. You've got what, three or four PCBs basically, well, four PCBs mostly, right, for
Yeah.
the thin neck system, because you're gonna have the PCBs for the pins
Mm-hmm.
and the blade stuff, and then you got the PCBs to connect the two halves of the chassis system themselves,
Yep.
right? And then what else? Because I don't
Then you have
think
the
you
one on the
can
blade.
do, yeah, I don't think you can do like a full fledged one piece chassis system for thin necks. I think that'd be almost unless you have like a very seriously thin like part that goes out of the stub of the normal part of the chassis.
Yeah, I've seen a couple that have done that with. I want to say it was Nexus. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the Obi-Wan Kenobi that I've got that I refitted. That actually had a sleeve on the inside
Mm-hmm.
that went through that thin neck section. Um, so it could be a single piece
Mm-hmm.
if I wanted to do it that way, but I'm just gonna leave it as is. It's more of a display piece right now because it can't really hold a blade. It doesn't have the extended emitter,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a decent little hilt.
yeah.
Pretty light.
I would say so. Now aesthetically, what is pleasing to you guys? Aesthetically pleasing as far as the design goes. What do you guys
Mm.
like about the thin necks?
I would
Mm.
say it's the being able to have control when spinning, especially on the grip section.
Yeah, I was gonna say I second that. It with
Okay.
thin necks,
Because see
especially
how
if they're heavier
because see how
towards
I
the
can
end.
wrap around my hand right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Makes it easier. And even though the balance on the Kenobi is weighted more towards the bottom here, I can still
Mm-hmm.
have more control when moving the hilt.
Yeah, that's what I like about that one, which I definitely need to add that to my collection.
And it's the same with the Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with the loop.
And
So are they easy as far? Oh, okay. So the spinning aspect could be somewhat pretty fairly reliable because of the design of the thin neck part to keep it from like messing up your hand, like cutting and so forth, right?
Yeah.
well, yeah, it all
The
depends.
getting the control box, because if you're spinning where the control box is, it's not really all that comfortable.
No.
No, it isn't.
You definitely want to
Okay.
use a heavier blade as well when you're spinning with the thin necks because it
Well,
balances out
Hmm.
a little bit better.
I mean, for example, with my Luke, like, see, this is a 32 inch.
Yep.
Hmm.
It dips more from when I hold it at that end. However, if I
Mm.
grip it more towards this end, it still dips, but not as much. and I can
Yeah.
still wing it around.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a workout, definitely. With the
Really,
Kenobi,
Laura?
with
What?
Kenobi, like I said, the weight tips more towards the hilt than the blade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really? So, Laura's saying that they're more display for him than anything else.
Which makes sense considering how vulnerable they can be.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few snap, especially the SC models.
Really?
Yeah, but it's from people that are really beating the snot out of them.
Yeah.
Um, the
Yeah.
TXQ ones are more prone to snapping because of the threading.
I mean, I haven't had a problem. Well, I mean, I'm not like going to like go banging it like
Oh
against
no, that one
things.
should be okay.
Yeah. The Leia one has I haven't had an issue with, and I mean, not even the Kenobi one has I've had an issue with.
Yeah, I've battled with my Luke a little bit. It's just it doesn't hold a blade properly. It slides out too easy.
Now, that's another thing that we can come into agreement with as well, because you have such a small amount of blade depth
hmm
for the thin necks, right?
So one thing I've done in the past, I don't really have those blades anymore because I snapped them. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I actually partially drilled some holes in the acrylic or
Mm-hmm.
polycarbonate and used longer grub screws, and that actually kept the blade from sliding at all. But it does create a weak point. So if you're really smack them around, you're probably gonna crack them. I haven't broken them at that point, but I have cracked
Mm-hmm.
them.
Wow.
Hmm, that's interesting. I think
The
Mo
froze.
knows.
He's he's
He's
kissing
got his
the
mouth
air.
open like.
Somebody should screenshot that and make it a meme.
I'm doing it. 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 I'm doing it.
Are you still wet? Stupid pillow.
The depth is only what, two, less than 2 inches, maybe about
Oh, a
two
lot
inches,
less. Most of them are
about
an
an
inch
inch
and
and
an
a half.
eighth.
Oh, inch and an eighth. Okay,
Yeah, at least most of the ones I've had were inch and an eighth.
man.
Pillow all wet again. I decided to steam clean my mattress because I've had it for about 2 years and haven't cleaned it, so it had a
Now,
wet
I
spot on it. Got
wonder.
my pillow all wet.
Scott, that's funny. Now the child is not bad, too bad, but of course, if you have a very short blade with a very short hilt. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if technically the child is a thin neck saber, but I guess it really is, right?
Yeah,
Technically,
I would say it technically is.
Mm,
I mean,
At least pretty close. It's borderline.
it's borderline. Yes.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to find a damn chassis for that thing, and I can't find one. I'm gonna have to find somebody who can print one out for me.
Yeah, I'd send it to James. He's really good at making those chassis.
Yeah, I'll probably ask him to send me an STL for it, and I can print it here for it. Yeah.
Yeah. He might need the
Now,
hilt to do measurements and stuff, though.
yeah, I'll probably send it to him because I know that what is it? Forever Sabers did one, and his came out really well, and I think Tirfon Orbital did one as well.
I
Tim
think
did
so, yeah.
one really cool. But the two were very different as well, because the two, one had an 18650 bat. Well, Solo, I think he did one as well. Jeremy did one as well. And Jeremy, I think he did one with an 18650 battery.
Man.
Whereas the other two did that. What is it? A 1350 or something like that battery?
Oh, the smaller ones.
Yeah,
I can't remember the
yeah.
size.
They're
I
almost
like
like
the
this. They're almost like the
what
size
is
of
it?
the 123. They're almost like the Energizer 123 battery size.
Yeah, I was gonna say the 123s. That's why I've got my flashlight.
Hmm. So
My
they're
new one
pretty
anyway.
close to that. Yeah, they're pretty close to that, right? And
That wouldn't be too bad. You probably still get about a half hour of runtime with that.
yeah, about a half hour would be good. I mean, because that one, I mean, I'm not gonna be going anywhere special with that one. I mean, that one be kind of like playing around with here on the show and stuff.
Yeah.
Now I've already got like uh a blade for it. I've already cut my blade material
Oh,
for it right
perfect.
here. Yeah, I just still have thing. I was almost like I have it set right here. All the blade material is already set in place, right? And so, but what I may end up having to do is cut it just about a half inch shorter,
Hmm.
and then it'll be perfect. I even had already made a blade, but this one came out a little bit too long for it, and
Ah.
so I'm all like, man, and I had already got, this one perfect set of LEDs
Hmm.
sticking out the whole thing. I'm like,
Nice.
shit. I'm like, shit. So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll use this strip for a lamp saver type of
Oh, that'll
blade.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, since I already got it made, I'll go ahead and use it as a lamp saver, and and then produce the saber for the child later on, since I've got the stock already there, and I've already marked where I'm going to cut. So see, I have it set right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
I already have my mark set on where I need to cut to make it just a little bit shorter. But I wish I didn't have to cut it like that. But what I may end up doing is go ahead and maybe not cut it and order some 35/35s
Okay.
and then cut my LEDs to length for it and make my blade that way. So,
Hmm.
we'll see how that turns out. Because right now, as it is right now, I've already checked the blade depth in it. Um, and that's pretty much where my mark is right there. And this would just be the perfect size for the child saber. I mean, just perfect. And I'm thinking like, oh, but because it's such, it's such a shallow thing uh for the blade, the pocket. It
Yeah.
makes it a little difficult, and that's what makes the thin necks a little difficult, because you have such a shallow pocket for the blade itself.
Yeah.
You would almost need, um to me, I wonder if you could use what okay, Mo says I think that the neck gives you pass grip zone, keeping also, and then designer empty space sooner. Well, yeah, I agree. But keep in mind, like I said, I think you could probably use an extra way to hold the blade to the saber itself, right?
Hmm.
Another system on top of the emitter part. But then again, you're changing the whole design itself as well.
Yeah.
But you're ensuring that the blade will stay on pretty much in
Hmm.
place, right?
Yeah. The one thing I don't like about some of these sabers that are coming out that are thin necks is they
Uh-huh.
only have three grub screw holes,
Yeah.
and if they have four, they tend to tilt on those axes. So it'll tilt on the one side and then it'll tilt on the other
Mm-hmm.
90 degrees away from it. I
Now, do
don't
you
like
think there
that.
should only be? Do you think there should be only two screws? One.
No, I think there should be three, but set at different angles, like 33.5 degrees or so, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
That way it has no tilt to it, where it won't
Hmm.
pivot on those two screws.
So at a specific angle to keep it tight.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's an
That and
interesting
using
concept.
a slightly bigger grub screw actually
Mm-hmm.
holds the blade better. Because a lot of them they use the M4, which is 6/32.
Mm-hmm.
I swapped mine for the 8/32 on one of my sabers. I
Mm-hmm.
re-drilled with a new tap, and it held a lot better.
Oh, okay. An 832. So maybe a bigger screw would be a good swap out in terms of
Yeah,
holding the blade from such a shallow depth
yeah,
because you have a bigger surface to bite onto the blade itself,
yeah.
right?
I was just gonna say it's a bigger surface, so you get more friction.
Hmm. Now,
Yeah.
do you think that the design within the thin neck system could be a little bit better as well, in terms of deeper depth, um, or do you think that the design the way it is right now is what it should be?
Um,
What do you guys
I've
think out
seen a
there in
few.
audience?
Yeah, I've seen a few like that Saber Forge came out with years
Mm-hmm.
ago, where they had the recessed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um,
They had the blade actually go into a recess in the emitter, and
Mm-hmm.
they had the pixel recessed in the blade same depth.
and screwed in. Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
that. I've never had the chance to get a Saber Forge hilt with that, but from what I understand, it looked like it was some of the best. And according to John here, he said the best thin neck connect I have seen was the Saber Forge ones. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
That and their screw in connection that had the solid copper or brass
yeah.
on the
Mm-hmm.
end of the blade.
The problem with that was the problem with that was the technology and the fact that you had to specifically buy blades for that specific hilt, and it
Yeah,
costs a lot more.
it
Which
did.
Mm-hmm.
I understand why, and I think the way NeoPixel works now and how LED systems work are a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
But I think maybe there should have been a hybridization of the tech that Saberforge did with that.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Mm-hmm.
but who
Now,
knows? Honestly,
do you think there would be the beneficial to like like a screw-in blade type situation?
it
I
would
think it
definitely
would be.
it would secure the blade. I would think that if you're going to outweigh cost of production to sales, it would definitely have to be a manageable cost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The only issue I see is you're gonna have to make the emitter slightly deeper
Yeah,
and maybe make the neck a little bit wider to fit
which
that
is
thread section.
which was the case in a lot of those.
Yeah.
Now, what would you think that if they had the thin neck system, but you could actually drill down into the thin neck system, right? And
Mhm.
that hollowness of there, instead of it being, so small of a diameter like that, but just hollow it out, but strengthen the outer walls of it, basically,
Mhm.
right? and,
Yeah.
and then and then being able to have your depth of your blade in there a lot better,
Yeah.
um, that would be something else. But I don't think you could keep it as the diameter that small, right? I mean, on the inside you would have a bigger diameter on the ID, but
Yeah.
on the outside it it's kind of hard because you would have to find a way to strengthen all of this out here
Hmm.
And I think you would be giving up some of the design aspects of those things to keep the integrity of the piece itself.
Yeah. What I'm thinking for thin necks like that is using a different material for the neck section,
Mm-hmm.
either using a steel or something like
Harder.
that. Something that's
Yeah.
harder, has more resilience, because you
Yeah.
can have it with a larger inner diameter to fit all your wires. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you're thinking all the wires and what gauge you're using, if you're using three to six wires, you've got a decent bit that you got to fit in there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and to be able to keep it strong, a lot of times aluminum won't suffice because it has a tendency to snap.
Right. So you think steel would be stainless steel would be like an alternative
Yeah,
to the piece,
yeah, I
right?
think stainless would work probably best.
Best. But then you're adding a little bit more weight to it as well,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but not by much.
Mm.
It'd be probably to double the weight for that section,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe a little bit less, depending on the thickness.
Yeah. So hey, check this out. There's this guy on one of the on the lightsaber market. He's selling a saber forge Luke Skywalker,
Hmm.
Oh wow.
the one with the crystal chassis.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and also a Phoenix Props Ben Solo for 250.
Hmm. That's not too
Now
bad.
I wonder if and I'm telling you, dude. I mean, I don't even know if I should mention this because if I mention this, then it somebody else is already going to produce it by the time
What do you
I would
mean?
even get around to it. But and again, I probably won't even get any kind of credit for this. But if you had a system within the emitter that you could actually tighten, like much like you do
Hmm.
screws, right?
Yeah.
Much like you do
Yeah,
screws.
I've seen that. I've seen that. Saber Forge tried to did something like that with a collat system,
Hmm.
with tightening the blade. And from what I understand, they did try and do it, but it didn't catch on. And also, there was like some really dumb like lawsuit thing that went through with it. It was really like, yeah, but it they tried, but it just did not work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Lukes, it's no longer for sale.
Didn't they? Oh, many years ago, when they were first coming out with
Yes,
that
Mo.
threaded connection, didn't they have an
Yes, Mo.
emitter that was stuck onto the blade where it was permanently attached, and you just threaded it into the saber?
Yeah, I think
I want to
so.
see us. I saw something like that. I'm pretty sure it was Saber Forge.
That's and Saberforge has come out with some interesting things
Hmm.
lately. But
They've been,
again,
they
I think the animosity that they have built up for themselves from the past, it's kind of
Oh
hard
yeah,
for them. It's kind of hard to redeem themselves for what they've done
yeah.
and
I mean,
continue to do.
yeah. Who remembers the saber the bong pipe thing that they tried to do like back in the day? That was
Oh, the vape mods. Yeah, I remember
yeah,
those.
that was so dumb, but like funny dumb, I guess.
What's funny is I used to know a guy that had one in the area. It was
Really?
pretty. It was pretty cool,
Yeah.
but wasn't my style.
Yeah.
One thing is for sure is they really I'm glad that they're doing elite and apprentice sabers where they take the Nexus chassis.
Yeah.
I just wish that they with all the with whatever legacy sabers they have left, if they aren't able to fully basically
Jim's in the house. Jim,
the
long time
legacy
no see.
like seriously the legacy sabers, all of them are like $80 before tax.
Yeah.
And if and seriously, huh? Yeah, stunt. Yeah, the highest it will go is like, yeah, like $200 in the end. I don't know. It seems like they some of their legacy hilts just needed it or
Mm-hmm.
something.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to Leia's hilt, man. Now that we were talking about Luke's hilt, and let's move on to Leia's hilt. And Leia's hilt, I really like that design of Leia's hilt with the rings and stuff.
I love
But
the pearl inlay. It's
yeah,
gorgeous.
it's classy. It's
Yeah.
very classy, right? It's befitting of a
Of a
princess,
princess.
actually.
Yeah. It really is. I mean, you think about it. She grew up in royalty. Like
Mm-hmm.
her entire life was royalty. So she's used to the dainty things, the pretty things. So having a rose gold saber with pearl inlay definitely matches her.
Mm-hmm. And as tough as she is, goddamn, I mean, not only is it beautiful, but I mean, the aesthetic of it is very um, strong. You know
It
what I
is
mean?
definitely.
I mean, because she has those elements of Kenobi and her brother as well. So uh, that is really reminiscent of both masters within her hilt. And
Yeah.
then the color scheme on top of that refines who she is and where she came from.
Yeah. It's definitely one of the hilts I need to get eventually.
Hmm.
Probably not this year, but maybe next.
Oh, Jared, what? Really? No replies to comments. I've been replying, dude. You haven't been listening, but have a good night, bro. See you later, man. Love you.
Dang, Jared. I wanted more.
I
I
guess
want.
he was probably having a lot of trouble with his phone because he was gonna come on, so he was probably having
Mhm.
a lot of trouble with his phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I didn't do it.
that's
It wasn't me.
that's what Jared was hearing when he was trying to get on.
Who's the more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows him?
Jared, I highlighted all your stuff, man. Love you. Have a good night, dude. Now, in terms of strength, I think that Leia's hilt really showed who she was. But I really wish that we could have seen more saber time with her and the hilt itself,
I
Yeah. They
agree.
right?
might do a spin off series sometime.
I mean, that would be interesting. Um, but obviously with the Fisher
Yeah.
estates, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Star Wars TV has not been the greatest the past few years. What with
I
the
think,
baseball bat lightsaber concept, not cutting through anything.
yeah.
It does look a little bit like a
It really is.
concept to it. I have to admit, I agree with that. When I first saw it, I'm all like, "Oh shit! Somebody cut out a baseball bat and did that." I mean, like, really?
Yeah. Well, I think it's because they're using the practical effects now,
Mm-hmm.
using the LED lightsabers on set so they can get the actual color.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because they're using that and he's actually hitting them is
Mm-hmm.
why they're not doing the lightsaber cut through everything.
Well, okay. Here's the funny thing, and if and I'm making a reference to what was it? The movie with Stallone. Damn, what was it? Him and oh shit, what's her name? Damn it, I can see it. Demolition Man. Remember
Hmm.
those electro things that they had with the little batons and the rings around them. So that
Oh, I
kind of
never watched
reminds me.
those.
What? You never
No.
seen Demolition Man?
Nope.
Barris, how about you?
Seen what?
Demolition Man with Stallone and Sandra Bullock.
Oh, I think I know the movie you're talking about. I just haven't seen it.
Okay, you guys got homework to do. You guys got to watch that thing.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you. So when you guys watch it and you see the little electro batons that they have in there, it's
Hmm.
gonna kind of remind you a little bit of Leia's Sabers. So you'll see what I'm talking about when you watch the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another thin
Um.
neck that I like is the new Machina from Saber Bay.
Yes, Mo. Wesley Snipes too. Oh, Saber Bay. Okay. Now here's the thing. You remember? I was talking about. Um. Good timing, dude.
I was just setting it to another one. It's fine.
That's good. No, no, that was perfect timing, man. Hurry up, damn it.
I'm just
Um,
I'm putting back the putting back the putting back the actor putting back
so
the
Chris, when
actor.
I was telling you about the Chiari Mundi, right? So the
Yeah.
Chiari Mundi is really not. I don't think you can consider it a thin neck,
Yeah, it's
but
borderline as well.
it's borderline as well.
It's an agree to disagree statement.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Cal from KR Sabers,
Yep.
right? I was talking to Cal from KR Sabers, and he was thinking that because he no longer produces this hilt, and
Hmm.
so with me getting this particular hilt and having this small diameter within
Mm.
the emitter itself.
Yeah,
So
that is
I
cool.
have I have two options for this. Damn it! I have two options for this emitter. Right? There's going to be two ways of doing things. One, I can have a chassis that fits basically a 4 point, what is it, 4.14, I think I measured at the the diameter of
Mm.
this hole. And so I can have a small chassis
Mm.
fitted, that small of a chassis fitted with micro uh, PCBs, right? And of course, Saber Bay and KR Sabers the Armory sells the micro PCBs for that.
Hmm.
So um, I can do something similar, but what I would have to do is basically build a blade that has the micro PCB to compensate for that thing, and or my second option would be to drill that out to retrofit a regular PCB, because if
Hmm.
you see how much narrow how small that could be compared to a regular PCB that you
Yeah.
would see like that, right?
Instead you could always not that you could always make the hole slightly bigger.
Well, that's what I was
Yeah.
just talking about. Yeah,
One thing you can do, which is what
to drill
I
it
did
out,
with
right?
this, you wouldn't need to drill it out. What I did with this Obi-Wan Kenobi is I
Mm-hmm.
used one of the
Well, I can't see what you're
PCBs.
doing. Mm-hmm.
Um, it's got a small 3D printed base plate on it, so it's
Uh-huh.
only maybe an eighth of an inch thick, a little bit thicker than that. Sits in the
Mm-hmm.
bottom of the emitter section. The
Mm-hmm.
wires go through that hole, and then you can wire that to another PCB,
Mm-hmm.
a normal sized one, so you can have a removable chassis, and that'll just sit with that other eighth inch of material on the inside of that, lined up to
Yeah,
fit inside where your hilt is going to be. That would probably be the easiest thing to do because you can fit all the wires in there with probably 22 gauge or
maybe.
24 gauge.
I don't know, but I mean, if the power consumption on the mini on the micro PCBs, if because they have enough for 7 pins, so if the power
Yeah.
consumption is adequate, right?
Yeah.
And I'm talking to Shane from Saber Bay to see if the power consumption is adequate enough, then I can do that micro. I can do the micro PCBs,
Hmm.
and what I might have to do is to put into if I in fact I'm going to do the micro PCBs into all of these, then what I'll have to do is when I do the chassis into here is at the end of here is put that micro PCB in here in the top of the at the tip of the chassis, right?
Yeah.
So in the tip of the chassis, and then this piece will end up holding the micro PCB as well as the micro PCBs in here to
Hmm.
cover maybe the pins in here. Uh, Man, it's I don't know. It's kind of difficult to figure out what I'm going to do with that because, but like I said, if I can get away with doing a micro chassis into that little space and then have the pins set up in here, right? The have the pins set up into their micro system. Then as long as the power consumption of all the pins and the micro PCBs could adequately use the power consumption, then I've got no problem. All I would need to do is come up with that chassis that would take care of everything. However, if not, then I may have to just drill that out. I may send it to somebody to drill it out for me so that I can utilize the regular PCB system into it.
Yeah.
So and it wouldn't matter to me if it got drilled out a little bit bigger for the regular PCB system.
Yeah. Speaking of
I said
Cal, oh, go ahead. I'll let you finish and
no,
then.
no, I'm done. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. The new Verso board. I'm actually on the wait list for that, and that's what's going in my Rogue One Vader.
Really?
Really?
I'm really excited about that one.
I've never used Verso. Like, what's the
What's the
I'm not sure. I haven't used one. I've held one and turned it on. I haven't messed with it. Um,
I
I don't know.
I have wanted a Verso so bad because when Cal was coming out with them, I was going to get two of them.
Mhm.
Basically because they were the boards that kind of came out before uh, they were supposed to be what the Golden Harvest was before Golden Harvest came out.
Yeah,
And then when Golden Harvest came out, it kind of like shut out the Versos. All
yeah,
right. And
so it
so
so it was just a timing thing.
it was a
yep,
timing thing, basically what it was. I mean, the competition was very fierce for the boards at that time because you had all of these different boards coming out and you had the different companies. So, you know, Cal with KR's, he's coming out with the Verso. Then you had the already established
Copy
Profi,
and
right?
CFX.
And
hmm
then you had the CFXs, but at that time it wasn't even CFX. I mean, you
yeah. It
had
was still
you had the
that.
Nano
Yeah,
Biscotti. You had the
yep,
Nano Biscotti coming out, and then you had the Prisms right after
yeah,
the Nano Biscottis. And then with the Nano Biscottis, you also had Scott's boards, which were the oh
those the
shit,
teensies.
no.
No,
What? Oh gosh, what were they called? Hang on, my brain just went dead. Trying to let me see. Um, let me
There have
see.
been so many boards out. It's crazy.
And I have one here. Jesus, what are they called? I forgot. Gee, and I feel so bad because I've got one of the last boards. Let me see. Let me get my old man glasses here that that Meg Tooth always recommended. Let me see.
Oh, those are actually pretty legit.
The IR3s, right? Um, so these are the IR3s. They don't even make these anymore, dude.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. And when Scott got sick, he took these off. He took these off the market. And I
Mm,
don't know if I don't know if he'll ever come back and make any more. But man, these
yeah.
IR3s, like I haven't even wanted to wire this up, man, because I'm like, I'm all like, they're non-existent anymore.
Yeah. Save it for a rainy day.
So I'm like, man, I'm like, that's why I haven't messed with it, dude. I haven't messed with it at all, and I'm only keeping it for an emergency purpose, dude.
Yeah. You should keep it in a case like the arc reactor,
Right?
just in case break glass.
Yeah, I should, right?
When all hope is lost.
But I mean, look at that. I mean, it's still in the package right here, dude.
Yeah.
So, and I keep it in my little container right here, the Vader container.
Oh, nice.
So red on red, dude.
Yeah.
Go figure, right? And Megtooth really he liked these as well. And you know who else really liked these was Darth Alice. Darth Alice promoted these a lot.
Oh, I haven't heard that name in forever.
Oh yeah. I mean, I still talk to him from time to time, man. And, and he's still doing some like badass stuff.
I think he was the
Yeah.
guy that I watched that graphics tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
When I started building mine, I
Oh,
want to say it
really?
was him that did the tutorial for him.
I don't know. He didn't do the tutorials. What he did do
Mhm.
though is if you watched, he did a lot of like katana style lightsabers.
Mm, maybe I'm thinking of
And
somebody
he
else. Must be.
yeah, I know. I think I know who you're talking about. The one you're talking about was the one that did the Vader ones a lot, and he was from I think Alaska. He's a white dude
Yes,
with the blonde hair or something like that. Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about because I actually downloaded his videos on the Graphics itself. Like,
Mm,
let's learn about Graphics. So I've
yeah.
got those videos to watch. So when I'm ready to really do a Graphics on my own, I can watch those and keep learning, right?
Oh, they're some of the easiest ones to do because there's just so much for them now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can get chassis for whatever you want. You can get whatever board you want. You can get whatever speaker you want. It's insane with the Graflexes, and the blade holders are very prevalent. I mean, Solos hold. You got Graphics Shop. You got,
Mm-hmm.
I think Rowan Props has their own. Um, Custom Saber Shop had a couple.
Really, Titan? Wow. See the Nano Biscotti. See, and they still sell the Nano Biscotti.
Yeah, it's still a good
You know,
board.
after all this time, it's
Yeah.
it's one of the best oldest boards you can get, right? And you know, and a lot of times with the thin neck sabers, you know, the Nano Biscotti were the go-to boards for a good long while,
Hmm.
simply because they were so small and that the chassis could fit in really well. that of course you would have to have like a color extender added to it,
Mm.
and the chassis were so simple at that time.
Yeah.
Now chassis have gotten more complex and
Hmm.
different things as well. And
Yeah, they're
it's
no longer
amazing how
diffs and
the
rods.
mhm. It's so amazing how much technology has changed, and even the design of the thin nicks may even change as well, right? Because you could get fatter thin neck parts and make wider type sabers.
Hmm.
Um, but the different designs of things have come out, and people are making some amazing designs in hilts these days. However, the design factor for thin neck sabers is very few and far in between, because I don't think that the blade depth, I think the blade depth plays an integral part of the whole uh of the whole building scenario for sabers themselves. Nobody really wants to deal with the shallow blade depth as much. And because if you're building that much of a shallow blade depth, then you're building basically for your shelf queen, or maybe a con,
Hmm.
maybe a con walker, blade, a con saber that you're gonna go and have fun with and not do any dueling with, right? Um, but then again, do you really want to do a whole lot of dueling with certain sabers? I think certain sabers you really shouldn't even be dueling with. But
Yeah.
again, um, especially thin necks.
Hmm.
Um,
Or anything with a 7/8 blade because they're just not built to handle that stress.
yeah, I think if there was a system in place that it could be built to handle that stress, it'd be a totally different ballgame. And
Hmm.
of course, I think the cost would outweigh the potential of hazardness as well, because the when you really do get into it, um and see what it I, and I didn't, and I'm guilty of this. I didn't really pay attention when I came and talked about the thin neck system. I really didn't pay attention too much of cost, of what the cost of the hilt is in the blade depth system, as opposed to the cost of a normal hilt with an adequate amount of blade depth compared. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's usually a decent percentage more, like 10 to 25% more,
Yeah.
because there's just so much more that goes into them with intricacy for the hilt,
Hmm.
uh, different design choices, stuff like that. Like the
Hmm.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, it's got so many flutes in it, the grenade section, all that stuff, the
Hmm.
fins. They got to do a lot of work, which is why those hilts are so expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the thin necks. It's just there's not a whole lot that I'd
I
want to
like them
have,
too. I mean,
just
they're
because I like to
not
dual
bad
wield my
hills.
sabers.
Yeah. Oh, Titan, have you reached out to me on Instagram or Facebook, if you've got Facebook? If not, did you get my email from previous shows, and get a hold of me, dude, so that I can send your stuff. Um, if not, maybe I can send yours out that way somewhere, and uh, because I gotta start getting ready to send stuff out if I can. I mean, I know I haven't sent anything out yet, man, but I'm really trying to get the money up to send your stuff to you, and get it to you, dude, because I feel kind of bad you haven't got it yet. So all the winners from their things, I know everybody's being patient and say send it when you can, but I kind of feel bad holding on to it, and I want to get it to you guys. I really do. And even though I have a small amount of a small budget to get them out, but I'm gonna get them out to you guys. You know.
That's my issue too. Is
Hey,
I
yeah,
never have
no
enough money
worries.
to send stuff out.
No
I've still got
worries,
two
man.
boxes of Christmas gifts I haven't sent out yet.
Mm.
Okay, cool, Titan. Yeah, man. So that way we can talk about a couple of things. Just for being patient with me, dude. I might send you a couple of little extra things, and I know I'm gonna send a couple of extra things to Titan and the other winners too. So, and Mo as well. Got to send a couple of little things to him too. Chris, I've sent some things to him, and I'm gonna send a few other. Barris, I'm gonna send some things to Barris whenever I can. Yeah,
Oh, nice. Thank you.
and you're welcome. So,
Oh, speaking of the
just
stuff that you sent me,
yeah.
um, there were some little gold. It looked like buttons almost. Were those for something for that you were making? Because I can't figure out what they're for.
Send a picture to me, dude, because maybe they
Yeah,
fell in there.
they might have.
Um, and are they 3D printed?
Yeah, they're 3D printed. They're kind of oval shaped and gold.
Oh yes, they did. They fell in there, dude. But
Eh,
those ones are a little too big. I can't use those. So if you
oh,
can
okay.
utilize them, utilize them, dude.
Okay. Yeah, I'll find
Yeah.
something I can put them on.
Yeah, dude. If you can utilize them, go for it, man.
All
And
right.
I
Yeah,
gotta
I still
say,
got to send that SNV4 back to you too.
yeah. And Scott, I gotta send some stuff out to Scott too when I get a chance. And the guys, and I do apologize, man. It's just when you're working with very small amount of money, it takes a little bit of time to get something to send places.
Yeah.
I've only saved up enough to kind of get a few more things from the custom saber shop, so I can try to complete a build if I can. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
Um,
I was gonna say you can hold off on paying me for that one saber if you want to get some more
no,
stuff to finish yours because I
oh
don't
no, no,
mind.
no. Yeah, I know you don't, but no, I'll be sending you some this week. Um, because I gotta try to get that all paid off if I can.
Yeah.
Um, I really want to get that paid off because there's a few other things that we'll talk later on that stuff. But
Yep.
I need to get you your money, and I need to get people's their stuff, and like I said, I really thank everybody for being patient with me because when you're doing a lot of things, and
Yeah.
if anybody's seen my video with the tractor, man, I mean, ranch work comes
Oh, I
first
didn't watch
more.
that one yet. I saw it on
Oh
my
no.
Facebook. I just didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, no, ranch work comes first more than anything else,
Always.
and of course my kids, their school stuff comes. So if I get them taken care of and everything else taken care of, then everything else I can work on after that. But you know, life first, saber second.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, that's how everything is
you
right now.
gotta, yeah, you gotta have priorities, man. Gotta have priorities.
Yep.
You know,
Just got brakes for my car. Those things were expensive.
oh, dude. Don't even get me started with the truck.
Yeah. Oh,
On
yeah. Truck stuff is expensive. My
mhm.
Honda's not that bad, but I got good pads this time because the last ones only lasted for about 6 months.
So I kind of started working on this little chassis a little bit here. This is one of the chassis I think I'm gonna send also uh to James
Oh yeah.
and I think I'm gonna send that one to him to see about different aspects of things. But I know I want to send him my Toranaga. I want him to do a chassis for me for the Toranaga.
Hmm.
If he will, and if he has time, you know, I'm not gonna be rushing or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't.
So to kind of keep on topic, would
Yeah.
you
So let's go
guys
back to.
think that the Star Killer hilt with a choke point, like the 89 Sabers hilt or some of the other ones from custom makers, do you think that would qualify for a thin neck or just having a choke point like that?
I think
Mm,
I think that one is also an agree to disagree
deb-
subject.
Yeah,
debatable. You think debatable on that one?
I think it's debatable
Okay, I would go with that.
because that's one of the hilts I'll be working on soon, probably later this summer. Uh, when I order some more stuff from 89 Sabers, stuff for my Sabers and stuff for Barris. I'll be getting an empty one to install. That one probably be a Profi, but with that one, it's going to be a static chassis, and I want to say I'm just going to be feeding the wires through that thin neck section up through the guide rods in the crystal chamber.
Oh, Lord says that if he's talking about the V2, then he'd consider it a choke point.
Yeah, the V2. Um, I've seen some thinner ones from was it Solos Hold.
Yeah. Now,
I think it was Solos Hold.
Barris, hold down the fort. I'm gonna go get the Warlock Saber. I left it in the house. I want to go get it real quick because it is. I think it's pretty much because it's got a choke. It's
Hmm.
gonna consider a thin neck saber, right?
Yeah,
And I can talk to you guys while I'm out of the picture, and you guys can see all of the sabers that I have back there behind me while
I
I'm out
mean,
of the picture.
I can kind of see them. I just got to zoom in a little bit.
Oh, you gotta zoom in a little bit. Okay, so if you can see him and you can see him a little bit. Eventually, I think I'm gonna get him situated really well, but uh,
I see
I
drugs.
need I need to find a camera where I can kind of get them all together, and so you can see me and all of the sabers behind me as well, right?
Ooh, I see a
Um,
PS2 as well.
yes, I got to get that fixed.
You got the Fat
It is
Boy.
out of commission. It's out of commission at the moment, but I'm
Oh,
also
what's wrong with
gonna.
it?
Hey Mundo, I've got a PS4 that I'll sell you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Get a hold of me after the. Well, send me a deal after the show. We'll talk.
Yeah, send me some info on that PS2. I could probably fix that for you.
Really?
I've worked on the fat ones a couple times.
No shit. That'd
Yeah.
be awesome, dude. I mean, I have not worked on those. I've worked on the PS3. So I've got
Yep.
PS3. I've got PS3 parts,
Mm.
and I've got a brand new thing about it. And I was going to fix my PS3 because all I needed was a ribbon, but
Mm.
one of the one of the people that I take care of, their their nephew ended up giving me a PS3 that they didn't want anymore. So
Mm.
I have a working PS3 at the moment, and now I need to get the PS2 working because I have a crap ton of games that I actually like to play.
I got to get the entire Spyro series. I've never played through that yet.
you never
But
played
yeah,
Spyro?
I mean,
Spyro's
I've
awesome.
I've played Spyro. I just haven't played through it.
the
I played
Spyro
on
was
GameCube.
cool.
Yeah, I've got. I think it's the second one, Eternal Night.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I remember when with GameCube, I used to play the Rogue Leader and Rebel
Oh yeah.
Strike games. Those were fun.
Oh man, I
Jim,
had
I
Rogue
know,
Squadron
right?
for the N64. That was so much fun.
That the OG one, yeah.
Yes.
Jim, I really miss Harris, dude. I really miss Harris, man. And I know I was talking to Anthony the other day, and both of us were just like missing. And that's one of the reasons why I help Anthony with the with doing the Saber Talk show, is because not only do I do the show to help Anthony out, but as well to honor Harris's memory. You know, um, he was so passionate about um, Sabers in general. I guarantee you he'd be on the show every time we were on. He would be on the show. Even if Anthony was so busy, he would be on. If Anthony gave me the reins, he'd be on here with us when he could. I tell you,
Hmm.
he'd be on every show if he could, talking about everything, right?
Mm.
And so, if you guys haven't already, if you guys haven't already, please go back and watch all the previous shows that Anthony has done, along with me and Anthony and Harris and Gabe. Watch all those shows if you guys haven't started from the very beginning up until now, and you'll see how the show has evolved in terms of and I know I may not be as fun and in depth as they are, but but I guarantee you, I'm holding my own, and I intend to hold my own on this show, and in future shows, and I'm gonna constantly refer every now and then to Harris because Harris is one of the original three amigos of the show. So again, uh, this show is, is not what it is without him because it would be a lot of fun listening to how much information he had, how much knowledge he carried, and he was always fun to be around with. And I am proud to call him a friend and still call him a friend, even though he's gone. And I called him the Jedi drummer. So if you know who he really was, you'd understand what I mean by Jedi drummer. and uh, and so um, again, I honor his memory as well by doing the show and helping Anthony out by doing the show. So let's get back into let's go into Kenobi's um,
Mm.
hilt, right? But before we do, here is the Warlock. And because I have the choke, we can consider this a thin neck,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
right?
definitely a thing.
All right, I'll be right back.
So I'm not going to turn it on right now, but as I went in to go and get the Warlock, I also noticed that we could probably consider the Crate Slayer
Oh yeah, the Crate
a
Slayer is definitely a thin neck.
a thin neck. And I tell you, I love the crap out of this thing. Thank you, Jeremy, for providing the chassis for this thing. And uh I just I love the shit out of this thing. I still have yet to build a blade for it, but I mean, my God, this thing is just gorgeous. And this has got a Golden Harvest 4, right? So, and then you got the shine. Now I'm gonna hold on. Let's see here. I'm gonna find.
Sound menu. Dark Warrior.
Light Warrior. You seem a little unhinged. Torch. You cannot die, McCloud.
No, really.
That sounded
Love
like
this.
Sean Connery.
It was.
Oh, it was.
This is the Highlander from James.
Oh, okay. So, oh, that's the Crate Slayer.
Yeah, it's the Crate Slayer.
So another hilt that I like, that's it's not canon. It may not be considered a thin neck, but definitely has
Yep.
a choke point. Is the War Glaive from Ultra Sabers.
Uh huh.
I've always wanted one of those. It's one of those simple hilts that I don't know. I just find pretty. It's medicine too.
So Laura says define thin neck. I think any thin neck would be, of course, have to have this kind of part into it, or at least the choke system, right? The choke system, or this system right in here, um, as well as um, anything that connects that is pretty thin. If you're using this kind of area right here, it's not as full as the rest of the body itself. I mean, would you go with that, Lore? I mean, would you agree with that? That any piece on here that you would consider um, not as thick as the rest of the body itself, right? I think that's what you can consider as far as thin neck. In terms of it being a part of the emitter piece as well. It would connect from the body to the emitter, and that's where you get thin neck. Of course, that's just my opinion. You know, I'm not going to um say what anybody else may say, right? But that's just my definition of a thin neck. Now, everybody else has their own opinion, and it's certainly everybody else is entitled to their own opinion, and I will respect anybody else's opinion on what they think a thin neck is.
Yeah, I think that
Because
was a pretty
in
good description there.
yeah, I mean, like I said, to me, Sabers, whether they're thin neck or not or anything like that, and no matter what you have or where you go to, you have to respect other people's choices on what they do, because um everybody has a different budget, everybody has different taste in terms of what they like aesthetically and so forth. So you know eh, everybody is equaled as long as they have a saber in their hand. That's what the
Mhm.
hobby is about, is to have a cool saber in hand, whether it be elite or not. That depends on your budget, what you can afford, what you can't afford. And nobody should be talking down on anybody due to that fact. Because again, everybody's budget is different. And so, and everybody's tastes are different.
Ah,
And we should
there's
we
another
should
one.
all respect that. We should all respect that and have fun with that. And
Yeah,
that's
another.
exactly go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say another one we could add to that. That is canon is Cal Kestis.
Yes.
I mean, that is, I would say it's more of
Did-
a choke, but I mean,
Depending on the hilt maker.
yeah, that's true.
I think his is in here. I think.
Most of the ones I see actually do have a thinner neck. The X Tech one that I've got, I think that's more of a choke point.
Now, Kenobi's is really kind of cool in terms. Now, the difference between Kenobi's and the rest of the other thin neck, so to speak, is the wind vane part, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
I
old
think I think
turbo.
that I think that what that one piece right there really sets Kenobi's apart from everything else in the
Hmm.
aspect of design.
Yeah, that was from what, an Aston Martin.
Yeah. But I think, well, if you think in terms of, because he's in the desert, right? So
Yeah,
the turbine itself, I think probably would come from either
like a
I
moisture
would
evaporator,
yeah, I'm thinking either a moisture or
or
maybe
even
some kind of what do you call it? Some kind of factory setting, right?
maybe
That
something out of
maybe
a land speeder, something out of the
yeah,
engine.
yeah, maybe it could be.
It could have been from one of the rotary engines they use. A lot of them they use jet propulsion,
Hmm.
so it could have been something from
Oh, like a
like a
miniature
turbo.
site. Yeah. Yeah, like a miniature turbine. So, of course,
Hmm.
he would shrink that down. Now, what about Sauvage Opresses?
Mm,
He No, I don't think so because even though it's got a smaller diameter in terms of this piece right here,
Yeah, it's more of a choke.
but I don't think because it's not thinner than the rest of the body itself. It's barely thin. I mean, it really is not as thin as most of everything else, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty beefy compared to what a normal thin neck should be.
yeah. Who else can we add to this one?
Mm, Let me see. What about? Uh, yeah, Cal Kestis. I just saw his, so of course you were.
Eno
I think you
Cordova.
were right on with Cal Kestis.
Eno Cordova. It's not in
Yes.
the book.
Yep. Cordova's hilt.
And then of course we were talking about Ezra Bridgers earlier, right?
Hmm.
Darth Malak's hilt is technically a thin neck.
Yep.
But Bastila Shan.
Yeah. Certain makers of the Malgus hilt have a thin neck section.
Yeah.
Um, most don't, but the ones that I like do.
Like the one by Elf Sabers.
Yes, that one's very nice.
Yeah, I'm thinking of getting the exclusive version that is made by Dark Wolf Sabers.
Mm.
Which, by the way, I actually last week ordered the Crate Hunter from Dark Wolf, so that's coming in this week.
Oh,
Really
nice.
nice.
It's basically uh, an altered version. It looks like an altered version of Cal's lightsaber.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
What I need is a profi chassis for it and have it
Hmm.
and swap the V2 for a V3, so that way more
Yeah.
memory.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got to get some more V3s, but that order is a little bit later.
Yeah.
Probably another month or so from now, because that one has X-Tech parts in it. And I want to say I put 10 Profi boards in that order.
What
Oh
about the
wow.
TX? What about the TXQ order?
That one will be a couple weeks after the 89 Sabers.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay.
Only because I gotta recuperate. Because that's
Yeah.
a very expensive order.
Yeah.
I bet.
But that'll have your Ahsoka's
Yeah.
and then Mundo's Anakin.
Oh. Nice.
Hmm.
Yeah, see, because eventually what I want to do is I want to show the progression of Anakin from Anakin to Vader.
Hmm.
That's kind of like my story with the Hilts, where he was from the apprentice of Obi-Wan all the way to where he becomes Vader. That's
Yeah.
that's my train of thought, right? So his Antony, and then the Tusken Slayer, and then he becomes and then when he loses part of it, and then he becomes Vader, after that.
Yeah.
So I want to show the progression of his saber to up to Darth Vader, from Annie as a Padawan all the way up to Vader. That's
Yeah.
going to be the storyline for the Hills. I think what is it, like four sabers total?
Um, technically, technically five,
Technically five.
because he had the three different hilts in his Vader saga. He had the one from Episode 4.
Well, yeah, but see, that's what I want to do is I want to have only the Hills that lead up to Episode 4, not
Okay.
after that, because he's already Vader at 4. right?
Mhm.
So I want to have where he has, you know, the Annie, or the, I guess what it's called, the skinny flex too, I guess, or
Yep.
I don't know. So the skinny flex on up to the Vader itself,
Okay.
right? So, like I said, my train of thought is gonna go to from when he became a Padawan to the
Mhm.
point where he became Vader, and
Yeah.
that's it. I don't want to go past that because we already know that, you know, after that he's got, you know, certain hilts, and
Yep.
I just want to tell the story of when he became a Padawan to the point where he became Vader, and that will be that storyline right there.
Mm. I still got to
So
work on that custom Vader I'm making.
Mm.
I
That one's gonna be pretty
uh,
cool. I know Scott's gonna like that one because it's got a crystal chamber in it.
yeah. So the episode, uh, what was it? What were you, the ones that we got from '89? You got the
Oh,
what?
you've
The
got the
six,
DB3, and
right?
then
I got the
I've got the
DB3.
Rogue one.
Okay. So here's the one that I printed out for you that I told you that
Oh yeah,
got a
yeah.
little
That
messed
worked
up.
for ESB and Rogue One.
Yeah. So this came out pretty good. The E6000 worked pretty good for it, man.
Oh sweet.
I mean, look at this. So
Awesome.
worked pretty good.
Yeah.
And I should be, and then of course I've got the one that the ESP. Here it is right here, dude.
Very
With the
nice.
Oh yeah.
rings, with the rings and all.
Yeah.
Now again, I've got this one, and I've got uh I printed out two, so that way if one messes up, you got one with their support still in there,
Oh good.
and that way you can get this one if something happens to this one. So
Alrighty. Sounds good.
so
Yeah,
you're
I'm
good
I'm
with
excited
those.
for this Rogue One build. I
Yeah,
know it's not
awesome.
quite not 100% canon
Yeah,
for the Hilt styles because he had episode 3, then he had episode 4, and Rogue One is basically ESB but with extra wires and
Extra stuff.
screws.
Yeah, that was a mess up on the prop masters thing.
It
Just
was. I still
uh,
like it though. It's
oh,
still a nice hilt.
I'm sure Tony Gilroy will kick himself every time someone brings it up.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for that one. That one's gonna look real nice when it's done.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, guys, I'm getting a little tired, so I'm gonna go ahead. We'll call it a night tonight. I'm sure everybody's got to kind of get up early tomorrow too. So
Yep.
we'll go ahead and call it a night. And again, everybody in the chat, thank you so much for coming in. John, from Collectors, thank you so much for coming in. JT, thank you for coming in too. And the chat, you know, I know you guys so busy with a lot of things, and you guys come in and support me, and everybody in the chat supports me. Jim and Titan, and then you guys, thank you guys so much. I love you guys all so much for supporting me and coming to the show whenever I do. Lore, thank you again so much, dude. Again, so much. I can't thank you guys enough because without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. And again, for Chris and Barris to come and co-pilot with me too. It's a lot of fun with you guys. I really appreciate you guys so much. Um, and so I hope you guys have a great week this week. Now, I do want to let y'all know that James and we have a special guest coming on. Lord Remkin is supposed to be coming on. We are going to do the show at 9:30 in the morning Central Time, simply
So that was
because it'll be 9 o'clock Remkin's time at night. So keep an eye out for that. Right
that mean it'll
now,
be,
it's we're
so
we're,
that
we're
means
still
it'll
kind of
be 10:30 my
we're,
time.
Yeah. So we're
See
still
next.
working on everything and getting everything straightened out, but we'll have that special guest on here, and eventually we're gonna get Rob. I gotta email him. However, I do wanna. I actually want to get my memory saver working before we get him on, and so I need to get a hold of Rich and see if I can get the chassis printed out so that I can get wired and everything up and get it done before I get a hold of Rob to come on and so yeah, man, yeah, it's an early show next week, simply because um on Sunday, Lord Remkin, it will be at night. Oh, yes, Rich, I definitely will, dude. I definitely will, man. He made it to the show like right in time. um we're gonna have it at 9:30 in the morning, and for Lord Remkin, it will be 9:30 at night for him, right? And so hopefully everything will go smooth. James will be with us at that time as well, and I think we're gonna have a lot of fun for that show, man. I'm gonna try to set up the show early this week so that way I can get everybody on board who wants to watch the show. That way they're aware that we won't have a show at night. We will have the show in the morning, right? And it gives a lot of people enough time during the week to make sure that they can put it on their calendars and everything like that. So hopefully you guys will tune in. It'll be a lot of fun to see Lord Remkin come in. And I'm going to talk with him during the week, him and James. And a pajama show? Damn right, Scott. I'm gonna have my Star Wars pajamas. The wife got me, man, on.
Hmm.
So again, look out for that show, man. I'll let y'all know. I may make a Facebook announcement as well. So it'll be on Facebook and Instagram. Okay. You guys
Okay.
have a great week.
All right.
Um,
Mundo, I'll message you
and
about the PS4. We could talk details.
yes, yeah, please do. Okay.
Yeah.
With that, you guys have a great week. Bless you. Have a great, blessed day tomorrow. Yeah, I know Mondays are a bitch sometimes, but have a good one. Mundo out. Peace.
All right.
Love you
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Yep.